Hello, everybody. Welcome to our demonstration of the SFAR ZenList products. Super excited that you're here and joining us. We've been working together for several months here, trying to bring you the first all-in-one MLS solution for our real estate agents and also for their clients. So in terms of how this all got started, the last year, we spent a lot of time based on the feedback we got from our surveys and the feedback we got from our strategic planning. We realized there was an area that we could focus a lot more attention on to help our agents, and that was mobile, making sure that our agents have a fantastic mobile solution that emulates the same data that you can see in the Rapatoni ecosystem, which is your core standard operating system for the MLS. So we want to make sure that you guys have the access to the best tools with the same data and the ability to do all that you need to do from the mobile device first. So think of this as a mobile first solution with our partners here at ZenList. And I'd like to introduce my partner here at SFAR, Mr. J. Pepper Martins, the CTO.
Hello, everyone.
Thanks for joining us, sir. That's glad to have you here.
Awesome. I was just going to add a couple of things. I thought talk about what ZenList isn't. There was some wonder if ZenList was going to be some kind of new public portal that we were also going to offer for SFAR, and that's not what it is at all. So there isn't a sort of public-facing ZenList for SFAR public website of any kind. This is really your MLS in your hand tool that you're going to be able to use on mobile devices. That's going to take you into the future with new feature development, client interaction, and broker tour.
I'm glad you said broker tour because that's an example of the work we're able to do with a local and agile development company like ZenList. They are in tune to what the MLS and the agents and the brokers need. We are regularly receive phone calls and support tickets on feature requests and the like. And so this gives an opportunity for SFAR and you guys as we are working with a developer that appreciates that and appreciates that we have some inside knowledge or market knowledge that doesn't fit all across the country. It's really important to have that nuance here at SFAR. And without further ado, we'd like to introduce our friends from ZenList. We have Andrea, who's the product VP, and then we have Jessie as well. She's going to help with some of the training today. So Andrea, thanks for coming to our session. And could you tell us a little bit about ZenList and specifically the customizations that you guys were able to do for the San Francisco marketplace? Thank you.
Of course. So we started specifically to look at the San Francisco market as a very complex one because it's an overlay of different MLSs and it has some very specific needs. There are some different property type from other market like TIC. Below market rate properties. Agents are performing on a regular basis broker tours, which are not super common. And the way that they do broker tour is very specific to this market. So we entered thinking like, how can we do it right? And based on our prior experience, which is like in Chicago, DC, and other markets, we knew that like a platform that is not built in collaboration and in conversation with agents is not going to work. And so, yeah, we are here. Like we've been interviewing a bunch of you. We've been adjusting the platform based on the feedback. And we are also here to ensure the quality of the data. And that's why it's so important for us, like in the MLS tool, because we're in direct conversation with Jay, for example. And if there is a question, like anything related to how stuff should be working, we're going to fix that right away. And
you have the architect, one of the architects of the super regional MLS, which is J. Pepper Martins here. So it's great to have that connection and that level of knowledge of the data because it is complex. It's very powerful. It's complex, but I think you guys made it simple for the agent to get access to that information.
And their client, which is key.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. And then Jessie's been, well, I'll let her talk, but she's been our customer success person for a long time now. And she's been assisting thousands and thousands of agents at this point. And it's probably you're going to be talking to her at a certain point for sure.
Yeah, I run the support team. So anytime you have questions or you need any training, additional support, or even have any requests and features that you'd like to see added in the future, it's me and my team that handle that. So we'll become close friends.
Okay, so I think that the best way to start is to show you how our search work. Our application works exactly the same on mobile and web. I'm going to show you something on web, and then I'm going to transition to my phone. So you're going to see how everything looks and feels the same. The reason why I start with web is because I want to show you broker tours, and I want to have like a clear visibility on all the functionality that is in there, and it's a bit easier to see it on a big screen right now. Let's get started. So this is our main search. I hope that you can all see it. And you're going to see at the very top up here, there is a Bay Area selection. This means that we are feeding data straight from each of the Bay Area MLS in one single search. Below that, you're going to find all type of filters. This is not the watered down version of filters, right? Redfin or Zillow. This is an agent level set of filters. You got all of your property types, subtypes, you got all statuses that you might be looking for. You got advanced filtering, even some advanced filtering that is tailored to San Francisco, like BMR properties, or districts and sub-districts in the city. But it still searches across all data. So if a listing is listed in Varys in San Francisco, you're going to be finding this listing in this super layer. If you were to be looking for a filter that is specific to San Francisco only, like Jay brought an example the other day, which was if a property is tenant occupied, you have this search for a filter here. So what I will do, I will move from the Bay Area layer to the SFAR layer and look for vacant, for example. I see, oh, this is a filter that contains that keyword. So I can check for properties that are vacant or tenant occupied. And this filter only exists in San Francisco. Therefore, when you're looking for something that is specific to your own MLS, just toggle that on and search within that. Otherwise, most of the time, you'll be looking at the Bay Area layer. That's on search. You can consult this search in map view. You can look at the results in a list view, tile view, and list view. You're going to be able to customize this list. So this is like a very agent-specific thing. If you're looking to do comps or like run some data, this is very useful. You can customize the fields, as you can see. And I'll show you something that relates to San Francisco only, which is how we implemented the broker tour functionality. So how do you find properties that are going to be having a broker tour next Tuesday? It's very easy. You have this filter here, broker tour properties only, and toggling that on will only show you properties that they have an upcoming broker tour. You will then click on this view, and this is your broker tour sheet as you know it today. That's the same export that you get in PDF format with the broker tour split by time and sorted by price, and if there is a repeated tour or not.
That looks really fantastic that you're delivering the identical functionality that agents are used to seeing if they print the PDF. That's really phenomenal.
That's we built it based on what you delivered us. So like we try to be as loyal as possible to that. And if there are small adjustments, we can even do that. And we will. We have learned some new things through user interviews. So right after.
And I even see the notes to the right there,
yeah.
the broker tour comments, because that's something that our agents use quite often.
Correct.
To make sure that there's context related to their broker tour. Thank you.
Yeah, and you have district and sub-district. So everything is built for you. Upcoming soon, because we already got feedback, we're going to let you sort this broker tour by time slots. Today, you can already select only selected districts and see which properties they have a tour within that district. this is San Francisco only. This doesn't exist in other market, and this is why this tool is so unique for your market and for you. But what do you do after you have this tour list? Like, how are you going to go and see certain properties? Well, this is one of the things that we spent some time on, and we built a tour functionality that works quite well for San Francisco. So let's get you an example. Let's say next Tuesday, I want to see properties in District 1 and 2. So how will I build a tour for myself? Then this works like this. So I can select, let's say that I want to see these, and these, and a set of property. Luckily, they all fall within the same time slot. And you see that there is a small handle here, which will show you which property you have selected. All of these properties have a broker tour. I can add them to a tour, and add those to a tour opens up this window. So you have no upcoming tour. So what will I do? New tour, save it for yourself. Now I'm impersonating HUD. So it's a personal.
You have my permission.
And I set it for Tuesday. So it's the 4th. Create the tour. And now it's asking me to go to that tour. So what did I do actually? So I took some properties from search and I put them into this folder that is a broker tour folder. You can have one or more. Within this broker tour folder, you see the list of listings that are getting toured. And you can see like where is the district, sub-district, the broker tour time, the open house time, that sometimes is some interesting information. And at the end, you see comments. What's cool about it is that you can actually see the route between the points, and you can optimize this route. So set up your starting point. You can just drag and drop it, set up your ending point, and use the optimize button to optimize the route between all of these stops.
This is the secret sauce. I love this, Andrea. This is really cool.
Ideally, you want to optimize within the same time slot or similar time slots. If you're touring across regions that are far apart, you can still manually move out the one that they have a different time, or you can build 2 tours, one for the morning, one for the evening, and you can just optimize the 2. Now, I built it on my computer, great, but what am I gonna do next? Like, I mean, I'm out in the field, I don't have my computer in there, and I'm certainly not gonna open that. So this is a perfect occasion to show you like why it's so important that we build the entire functionality on mobile as well. So now I'm gonna stop sharing my computer and show you my phone. So as I said, ZenList allow you to do everything that you do on the computer, also on your mobile device. So can you all see my phone now? Let's see.
There it is. Yep,
here you go. So under my tours, now this is my other account, I see broker tours. See, these are the tours that I created for myself. As you can see, it looks and feels exactly the same as the web application. You can still move the tours around. You can still do all of your adjustments. The beauty of it is the ability to open this in Google Maps. So doing that will put all the properties as a route. So you don't have to retype all listing in Google to drive through them. And this is a very simple way to go through your broker tour. On top of that, if you were to open the tour that you've created on desktop on your phone, you'll be able to access all the other information like a broker tour comments, for example, or even private remarks and instructions that the agent has left for this listing, including all the ways to contact the listing agent.
And I just saw the remove listing down there. Let's say that you didn't want to see the property anymore. You're trying, you were ambitious. You're going to go see 15 properties or 20 properties, which also I understand that 20 properties is the maximum, and that's a Google
that is correct
Maps maximum. But my question is about, hey, I'm not going to see this property. It's as easy as that. Just remove it from the tour.
And in that case, the route get adjusted based on these adjustments. So it's all in real time, all live. You can even add this broker tour to a Google Calendar invitation, which will open your calendar and create an invite with all the listings. So you have a record for it.
Now we work on tours every week, like every Tuesday, there's another broker tour. What's Zenlist's recommendation so that, is there anything agents should do to get themselves set up for the broker tour every week? Or is it as simple as just going to the search, saving it and creating your tour? We'd like your recommendation.
There is, like, my recommendation based on agent feedback is actually the following. In ZenList, and Jessie will tell you more about this, you have your own personal feed. Now, I will tell you something that you cannot do today at all. In ZenList, you can actually save searches for yourself, not just one, but many. You can do it for several reasons. You're monitoring your favorite spots in the city, or you're saving those searches for clients, like for Robert that wants to buy a $5 million listing in Pacific Heights, or for Jessie that's want to buy another home in South of Market. So as you save those searches, ZenList has the unique ability of putting them all together in your own feed. And we have created a section of that grabs properties matching the searches that they have an upcoming broker tour. This way is a simple way to see which upcoming broker tour for properties of interest you have.
Right. If I just want to get to the broker tour, this is a quick way to do it. That's great.
Yeah. And it works cross searches. Not only works for your own searches, but this only works when you have a client. So my friend Yusef has a bunch of searches running in the city. And you know what? That category is there as well, broker tour. So this listing matching my client Yusef have an upcoming broker tour. I can decide to grab a bunch of them and add them.
So then he knows what you're doing. He knows that you're out there looking for his properties on broker tour.
Add
That's
to
fantastic.
tour, broker tour. Because I have saved the tour for next Tuesday, I can keep adding during the week. New properties are coming up. So my tour builds up. And at the end of the week, on Tuesday, I will just go and see those properties. So this is our search and broker tour functionality works. As you can see, it's like very mobile friendly. Everything that you can do on your phone, you can do on the computer. I will let Jessie take over and show you a bit more about how the collaboration happens between an agent and the client. So when you save a search, what happens?
All right, so when you sign into your ZenList account, you're going to be brought to a screen that looks a little something like this. And we've hinted at this before, but I'm going to show you all of those collaboration tools and how to get your clients on ZenList and how to utilize the tools to connect and collaborate with them. And there's two good ways to invite your clients to ZenList. There is an invite new client button up at the very top. You'll just enter their name and their email address. I highly recommend the phone number if you've got it. We're not going to sell or spam that phone number, but we will send them a copy of the invitation details to their cell phone so they're not going to miss it in their email inbox, and they can sign up right from their phone while they're sitting across the table from you. If you've got a couple more minutes, I recommend starting with a search. This will allow you to create and save a search at the same time you're inviting your clients, which is going to do a couple things. It's going to save you a couple steps in the process, a little bit of time along the way, but it's also going to ensure that your clients have properties already populated in their feed to start looking at the moment they create their account. So it gives a really good first impression to your clients, and they can always go back and collaborate and edit that search. They can always make any changes that they need to. So to start, we'll come to the search tab here and we'll build that search just like Andrea was mentioning. So we'll add a location. You can add those here. You can add the districts if that's what you're looking for. And there are also some custom draw tools up at the very top. And this will allow you to create any kind of custom boundary you're looking for. Maybe I just want to be right here. We can do that here and apply all of the rest of our filters as we're making our way through our list. Maybe I need a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath, and this client needs parking. So I'm going to come to the search for a filter here. I'm going to come and find the parking spots. They have 2 vehicles. So we're going to go 2 parking spots, and it must be in a garage. So as I'm applying those filters, you can see the numbers of properties are updating here, but I'll also have a total count up here as well that will show me how many properties match the criteria I've currently entered. I'm going to stop here because 12 feels like a good number to send my clients. So I'm going to click on this Save Search button. And this is going to ask me who the search is intended for. I can save the search to myself, like we were mentioning, to that personal agent feed. If it's a hot sheet that I work in personally, or maybe I'm not quite ready to invite this client yet. I haven't gotten that commitment from them, but I want to start watching it. You can always save it to yourself, or you'll save it directly to a client if it's designed for one of them. But this client isn't in my account yet. So we're going to choose to invite a new client here, and we're going to again enter their information. So I will invite myself. Get that email in there, zenlist.com. Add my phone number, invite. And this next screen is going to ask me if there are any other collaborators on this feed. And what that's asking you is, does this person have a co-buyer? Are they searching with a partner, a roommate, family members, good friends? Who else needs to be included on this search? If you have 2 different email addresses for husband and wife or anything like that, you can add them here. We'll do that by going to invite new agent or client. We'll choose whether it's a co-agent or a co-client or a co-buyer. And a co-agent is a collaborating agent. So let's say Andre and I are business partners. We share all of our clients 50-50. So I know that he's going to collaborate with this client and I'm going to collaborate. So we need to see all of the same material, all of the same information. I would add Andrea as a co-agent here. And this is going to allow both of us to see all of the same information, to chat with these clients in the same way, be notified in all of the same way, and really put everyone in a shared space together. And then again, you've got your co-buyers here as well. So we'll go ahead. I'll add my husband, Andrew. And invite him. And then just to show you what that co-agent looks like, I'll come back up, invite new, I'll choose agent, and I'm going to search for my colleague, Taylor, because I know that I can find her. And here she is, her cute dog, Ruth, and I'm going to invite. So now what I've done is I've created a search for these clients. I've added both the husband and the wife, and I've added my partner, Taylor. So now I'm going to click next. This is everyone I need included. It's going to ask me to give the search a name. So maybe we'll call this Gilbert's search with 2 parking. And we'll save it. And this is going to bring you to that client's feed. So when they sign in and they create their account, this is the exact same thing that they're going to see. There's a couple differences, and I'm going to touch on all of them, but they're going to see all of these properties in the same order. They're going to see the same information between the different users. My co-agent Taylor is going to see all of the same information. It's really a shared space where everyone's collaborating, kind of like a Google Doc if you're collaborating on a Google Doc. While we're scrolling through the feed, you'll notice that each listing has some labels that'll show you if there's an open house coming up. It'll show you if there's been a recent price drop or anything like that. And there's also some actions we can take on each listing. So if I know this listing is not going to be a good fit for this client, I can go ahead and hide this listing. We don't have to waste our time. It'll put it into a separate hidden folder so that nobody will receive any future updates about it. But if I think maybe this pretty blue house is going to be a really good fit for them, I can choose to send this property to them in a chat message, include a message about why I'm sharing it with them, and start a conversation about that property right away. They'll receive notifications to the app on their phone. You'll receive notifications back, and it's that collaborative space. So if I take you to an active clients feed, we'll come to my active clients over here, and we'll pick on my friend Tom. I can open his chat threads over here on the left-hand side. I can see I've got one unread message here. So if I open that up, I can see all of my open threads here, and I'll just pick on my friend Tom. And there's actually an expand option. So if this screen is a little too small for you, like it is for me, we'll click on expand here, and it's going to open a real big, nice screen where I can come and see everything that's been happening. So I can see these chat messages are coming in. I can see the conversations that we've had in the past. There's some cute emojis that we can use to react to these different properties. And you can also react in threads. So I can say, reply to this one. This one is perfect. Send that off. And my client will be notified of my response. So it eliminates all of those multiple communication threads between emails and text messages and voicemails and phone calls and all of that, puts it all in one place for everyone to work together. Now, if I collapse my chat thread back now, and I'm looking at an active client, there's a couple ways that your clients will interact with these properties. So where you'll have this hidden and this send icon, they will actually have the option to save a listing. And this is going to put a bookmark on it, fold the corner of the page, and allow them to watch that property specifically if it's one that they liked, that piqued their interest. They can also hide listings and send listings through chat, but there's another option that they'll have that they can request a tour. And this request a tour button will allow them to communicate directly to you that this is one they want to go see in person, and you can work with the listing agent right away to get an appointment scheduled. To see an aggregated view of all of your clients' activity, to see what they've been up to, what they've been looking at, and how often they've been active, there's an activity feed at the very top here that will show you everything they've done. What have they looked at? What did they like? Who liked it? Who hid that property? What kind of search parameters did they save? What did that tour request look like from that client? All of that is logged here, and you'll also have their most viewed properties so you can see which one might be their favorite. Additionally, at the very top of your feed, you'll have these different folders that your listings fall into. So I can see those ones that my clients have saved, grouped together. I can see the ones that they've requested the tour on. There's those broker tours that's telling me this property has an upcoming broker tour and matches this client's search criteria. And then a little bit further down, you'll have their specific search criteria, off-market listings, and anything that's been hidden. Coming back into our navigation menu on the left-hand side, you'll have all of those tours that you've set up either for yourself as a broker tour, or you can set up those tours for a client and organize that route here as well. The same optimized route functionality, you can add additional stops, and your clients can see this as well. So you can add it to their calendar, communicate the driving directions, and it'll eliminate, again, that extra thread of communication. So you can do everything right within the app and pull it up on your phone while you're in the car, CarPlay it up and go, or while you're standing in the home, you can pull up the property details here. Below that guy is a public profile. This is going to help you with lead generation. You can share this on your social media, completely customize this to include your socials, a third-party link if you have a website or anything like that. Link your Google reviews here. This is really great to allow your clients to request access to ZenList, because ZenList is a private platform, which means you can't just go to zenlist.com and sign up for an account. You have to be invited by an agent who's working on ZenList, and that agent has to approve your access. As an added layer, your clients can only be working with one agent at a time. So this Zenlink is a great way to funnel potential leads right into your ZenList account and start building that connection right away. You're not going to have any cross collaboration or competition with other agents who are using the same platform with your clients. All of that security is built directly into your ZenList account so that your clients are yours. Below that, you'll have a quick notification center, which will just tell you what your clients have been up to, what's been going on over here. And down below, you'll have your account page where you can update your app defaults, like your notification settings, your contact details, anything along those lines. And then very important, my favorite button on this page is the support button. And this is how you get back in touch with people like me and my amazing team. You can send us a message right away, start a conversation with us. We have an average 1.5 minute response time, which we're very proud of. So if you have trouble, if your clients have trouble, we're happy to be that tech support for them. And we're here every day. So use us as a resource along the way, and we can help you with anything you need.
And Jessie, I'm just going to add to that. We've seen this in practice multiple times, even since the soft launch earlier this month, where feedback has been rapidly given back to the leadership at SFAR, and then it's ended up in the product in a matter of a week or often less. Like we've seen changes happen in the course of a couple of days. Can't overstate how amazing it's been working with your support group.
Well, thank you. Yeah, Andre's in there too. He likes hearing the feedback. So suggestions, feedback, comments, anything you think we're missing or we could be doing better. We love hearing all of that. So use that help button as a resource. And like I said, it's there for your clients as well. So you don't have to have an IT hat in order to have them use ZenList.
Yeah, and leverage the fact that we're in the MLS tool. So we have a direct line of communication with Jay, for example. So like if there is an issue and support. So if there is an issue and you want to see something, we can make sure that this is 100% accurate as your MLS system that you're using every day.
You know, I'd like to thank the ZenList team for taking the time. We're going to be spending quite a bit of time together, I think, in the next couple months doing this type of outreach. We're heading out to brokerages the next couple of weeks. A combination of folks. Sometimes it'll be Andrea, sometimes it'll be Andrea and Jessie, and it'll be myself, and then also Jay here and there. But this is all about a collaboration, a partnership, and again, the way to think about ZenList, besides the incredible software and the application you just saw, is this is an inside the MLS tool for you SFAR agents. That's what it's for. It's to deliver you guys the edge so that you can help service not only your clients, but also just do the day-to-day work that you need to do. And we'll tell you how to get access to it in a moment. Then also look for additional trainings that are going to be available for you in your area. Thanks for attending.
So to get started with your account, you're going to want to just go to ZenList.com and sign up. There's going to be a button in the top right corner that'll say try for free. This account is free for you to start with SFAR. We've come to an amazing partnership with them. So all you're going to need to do is choose a sign-in method, like an email and a password combination. We'll ask you to verify your SFAR MLS ID to just prove that you are who you say you are. And then that's it. You'll automatically be added to that plan at no cost to you, no credit card required. And then once you've signed up on your laptop, you can go to your Google Play Store or your App Store and download our mobile app to take all of this technology with you on the go.